Yo, what's up guys, it's Shady here, and today we are here with our week 4 game for the AP Academy. This week we're going up against Coach Lux and his Lopunnicos. Yeah, so this week we are trying to get a win after losing last week to Zombie in a pretty heartbreaking 6-0. So hopefully we can kind of bring it all back here with another win, bring us back out to 2-2. You'll see my team and his team on the screen. We have Lugia, Ash Greninja, Megazord X, Florges, Milotic, Snorlax, Hitmontop, Registeel, Rotom, Rhydon, Gourgeist, and Azel, with our Z users being Rotom, Gourgeist, and Azel. Whereas he has Magearna, Megalopunny, Deoxys, Normal, Crocodile, Rotom Heat, Tentacruel, Serena, Noivern, Lycanroc Dusk, Ditto, Alolan, Marowak, and the Smeargle. So things I was pretty scared about, obviously Magearna just always a problem. Deoxys Normal, I don't really know too well what it does. And that kind of scared me going into the game. The Ditto as well stopped a lot of my setup potential, and the Alolan Marowak. I did not have a lot of switching to that. But yeah, that's kind of everything that I was super scared about. The team that we have here is a Charizard set, or a Megazord set, with, I think I brought Flare Blitz, Return, Dragon Dance, and Roost. Now this was a suggestion from Scarecrow, shout out to him, he is also on our team. And Return would help with the Ditto copying my stats, because if he didn't bring, or if he brought the Ditto and copied me while I DD'd, he could just reverse sweep. But with Flare Blitz plus Return, if he got to max out that Return happiness, then we'd be in an amazing spot, and we might just still be able to get the sweep off despite him like copying me at +2 and being Scarf and all that, being a Mega Charizard X. And also with that set, my Loda can still take hits, and Lugia can still take hits because it wasn't too bad, I think. I think it was just mainly Milotic. Milotic could take +2 Flare Blitz and Returns pretty easily. Next we have our Lugia, which is an offensive Lugia this week with, I do not remember what my moves. I think it's Aeroblast, Surf, Ice Beam, Roost, I think. With a lot of speed, and we were Charty Berry for that Lycanroc, because Lycanroc was looking like a problem since it's Z move. We have a Fizz Def Hitmontop for Mega Lob, Lycanroc, Crocodile. We have Mach Punch for the Mega Lopunny and Sucker Punch for the Deoxys. And we have Spin, and I think I just slapped on CC at the last move. We have a Spadef Florges for Noivern and Deoxys, as long as Deoxys does not have Psyshock. And just meant to Passion Wishes. Next we have our Ash Greninja. I think it's just a Splash Plate set. And we have Milotic, which was meant to kind of deal with Deoxys if he had Psyshock. Of course, it has Thunderbolt, and that could hurt a lot. But it mainly was there because I did not have an answer for that Alolan Marowak on this team, and we needed it. We have enough special attack to break max HP Magearna sub, and we decided we have Haze. I wanted HP Ground, but I ultimately decided Haze was better because if he was Calm Mind Magearna, that'd be a big problem. Because then we stopped breaking it sub after 1. So yeah, that's the team that we decided to bring. He has the Deoxys, the Lycanroc, the Noivern, the Rotom Heat, the Magearna, and the Mega Lopunny. Two things I see off the bat: no Alolan Marowak, and no Ditto. So that makes my Charizard sweeping capabilities a lot better if I can get up some DDs. And no Alolan Marowak definitely makes my Milotic a little bit more expendable. Or at least it's able to take on other threats and maybe take some of the pressure off of Lugia and Florges, Hitmontop, etc. So yeah, that's the team that we have. We're going to hop right into it right now. If I'm not mistaken, it is a little choppy here at the beginning, so sorry about that. So yeah, we're just going to get right into this against Trainer Lux. It actually doesn't look like it's lagging too bad, so that's really cool. We're going to lead off here with our Lugia. I saw no problem with it. I thought maybe he would lead off with the Lycanroc, and we'd get a really free surf off on it. But no, he's going to lead off with this, and he's just going to go straight for the Thunderbolt, which I thought was interesting. Of course, we are going to eat it. That's just an offensive set. I actually click Earth Power, predicting the Magirna here, and I'm going to do over half. Here, I'm going to click the Surf, predicting him to maybe go out and Rotom Heat to conserve the Deoxys, but no, he decided to let it go down in order to get his rocks up, which I thought was interesting considering I have a Hitmontop who could have Rapid Spin, the Forges with the T-Fog. Lugia could technically have Defog as well as Charizard, although those are, you know, a little bit more unlikely. But I have a lot of hazard removal, and all I have to do is just find one opportunity to get him off, and we'd be good. So yeah, you can see I was Lycanroc, and I'm just going to go straight out into my Hitmontop. Even though I could live the hit with the Charty Berry, I could not live, or I could not kill with any move. It lived to Surf, Aeroblast, or Earth Power, so there's no point in me losing my Charty Berry right there. So I go into my Hitmontop as he misses the Stone Edge, which surprisingly may end up mattering, maybe. Well, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about later in the game. We never discussed it, but in my opinion, I think it might have mattered. Here, he's going to go hard Magirna as I do manage to get the spin off, so now hazards are off my side of the field for the rest of the game, which is what I was talking about. And here, I'm going to go into my Charizard because I thought it'd just click Floor Cannon and I'd be able to get into my Megazord and just start taking hits, as he just clicks Volt Switch and brings me down to 11 HP, showing that he is Choice Specs, which is definitely a problem. And here's going to go into his Rotom, and I was really confused as to this play, because if he just went into anything faster, such as the Lycanroc, that would have pressured me out, but because he went into Rotom, I was just able to get my Roost off for free. If he was Scarf, which I thought he might have been, that would have been a problem, but I decided to risk it, and luckily it paid off. Then I'm going to get the Mega off and get my Roost as he just Volt Switches out and do his Noivern here. And I'm just going to be able to get out into my my Forges here. As he's just going to click the U-turn, which is something I definitely thought he might do, but now that my Charizard is back up to about 40% and I'm able to roost up on a couple things, that DD sweep is still a potential in the back of my mind. So I do want to keep that Zard around. Here's going to go into his Forges, and because we know he's modest specs, I am just going to be able to click Protect and just kind of see what he's got or locks himself into. And he's going to click the Flash Cannon. So now I know what my play is. I can just go straight out into, I believe I go into my Melodic here. Yeah, because I think Charizard had a potential of getting 2-shot and I did not want to risk it. Actually, no. I think I did live 2 hits, but I thought he would switch, make a double to like his Lycanroc or something, predicting it. So that's why I did that. Whereas he does not, and he just goes out into his Noivern here as I click Surf. Of course, we are packing Surf over Scald this week because, like I said, it does break the Magirna sub. Had we brought Scald and maybe gotten like a burn or something in a couple of months, that would have been really nice just for chip. But, you know, a little bit unfortunate. Here we are just going to swap out once again into my Florges. I see no problem with it. I see it just going to click the U-turn once again. So he's really getting me with these U-turns, even though U-turn is very free, because even if I did stay in with my Lodic, you could probably just go right back out and do the Magirna, which is exactly actually what he does here. As once again, I am just going to click Protect, no point in not clicking it. On the off chance he clicks like Volt Switch or something, it gives me a pretty free chance to click Wish if he does click Volt Switch, but he does not. Here I am going to once again go out into my Charizard, because if he makes the double this time, good on him. If not, then we're in a great position, as he does actually make the switch, but he goes out into Rotom this time. I guess predicting the Milotic, which is fine with me. Even if he did go into Milotic, like, I could eat a Volt Switch anyways and just recover up that damage, and of course that would bait in something else like the Magirna or something. So you just click a free Volt Switch, I see no problem with it. But once I am just going to get a free Roost off as he Volt Switches out into his Lycanroc. And of course we cannot stay in, so I am going to swap out. But he's actually going to double on that play as well and go back out into his Rotom Heat, as I decided to go out into my Melodic, I believe. Yes, I go out into my Melodic. Curious as to why I didn't go into Hitmontop, but I guess I just wanted to keep it a little bit more healthy. Here I am going to go for the Volt Switch, or he is going to go for the Volt Switch, and I'm going to click Recovery here, which is exactly what I was describing a bit earlier, where I could just get a free. Oh no, I guess not. I guess I was just confident that I could eat the Surf extremely well, or not the Surf, the the Volt Switch really well, and I just wanted to punish whatever came in because it was very obvious that he was going to Volt Switch out, and I guess I just wanted to punish it. So here I am going to quick Surf once again because I thought that he would just quick Flash Cannon, predicting my Forges. No, I think he'd click Floor Cannon, I think. And because I knew outspeed, I could take the Floor Cannon and then roost up, or not roost, recover up the following turn. But he clicks Volt Switch, that was my mistake. And he is just going to be able to go into his Rotom, and now my Melodic is pretty much just screwed for the entire game. It's going to be very hard to get a recover off against his team if like the Rotom, like I don't know what I'd get a recover on. So right now my Melodic is really just a sack in the back. So I'm going to go out into my Megazord X on his Rotom as he Volt Switches out into his Mega Lopunny. Of course, I cannot stay in, and I am just going to go out into my Hitmontop, my dedicated switch into this thing, get the Intimidate off, as he is just going to Mega Evolve, and I believe he clicks Return. I don't think he clicks that Jump Kick. I think he just clicks Return here. So he's going to get out the Mega Evolution, and click the High Jump Kick actually this turn. And we're going to take a good amount of damage from that, but that's still just a jolly Mega Lopunny, like it does so much. And here I am going to click the double. I'm going to double out into my Florges as he decides to actually reveal the Baton Pass. When I saw he didn't swap, I actually got really scared, and I was like, am I really going to lose my Berry right here? Because I am Berry, and I wanted to save it, and had I wasted it right there for him for some reason staying in, that would have been unfortunate. But it did click the Baton Pass as I swapped out into my Forges, predicting, ooh, what did I predict even on that team? I think I predicted the Noivern to come in, and I went to my Forges as he actually doubled into his Magearna, and I protected, Soleil locked himself in a Flash Cannon, and I finally decided this would be the point where it's pretty nice to sack off the Melodic. Here I go out into my Ash Greninja because I figured this would be where I can set up or get my thing in, my Battle Bond if I get the kill. But I am actually going to predict the Noivern to come in and click the Dark Pulse. Do a good amount of damage. And here I actually do stay in because I'm pretty sure I killed another Dark Pulse. So I click it once again as he has U-turns, which is unfortunate. But it makes sense, he outspeeds, everything like that. I'm going to click Dark Pulse once again, like I said, hoping that we outsped. Unfortunately, we do not. And he's just going to go out and do his Mega Lopunny. Had I clicked Hydro like I wanted, that would have been amazing, but of course I did not. Here, I'm going to go out into my Hitmontop. Once again, no other play I want to make, as he just goes for the Return here. Going to do a good amount of damage. We're going to get, of course, the Leftovers back. And here, I believe I click the Close Combat, as he clicks Baton Pass. If I had brought Rock this game like I really wanted to, like this team would be so chipped down. Like he has Volt Switch on his Magearna, Baton Pass on his Mega Lop, his Volt Switch on his Rotom, full U-turn on his Noivern. Literally just Lycanroc and Deoxys were the only two mons that didn't have any Switch initiative, but Deoxys just died turn 1 anyways. So that would have been amazing. But here he's going to go out into his Rotom as I click Close Combat. Here I'm going to go out into my Megazord. Once again on this, thought it was pretty free. He's going to get the Volt Switch off, go out into his Mega Lopunny, I believe. Yep. And now at this point, I think I just let myself get down just because I didn't really see an opportunity in which I could get my Zard really roosted up anymore, and just healed up and all that. And I did think it was the least important member on my team at this point, so I did just decide to let it go down to it. And now I'm gonna go out into my Lugia. It was good against his Mega Lopunny. I could eat any hit even without the multi-scale, and I'm just gonna click Air Blast as he decides to go out into his Lycanroc. And here he is gonna click the Stone Edge, and we are gonna be able to eat that, of course, with the Berry. And we are gonna be able to click Surf this turn, or Earth Power, yes, Surf, and pick up the KO on this Lycanroc. So I'm really glad that I decided to bring Chardy. I was for a long time considering Cobra Berry for that Crocodile, but luckily he didn't even bring the Crocodile, or I don't think any dark moves in general. So had I brought the Cobra Berry, that would have been a big waste, but luckily we are all good and dandy. Here, after that Stone Edge damage, his Lycanroc, or his Mega Lopunny would be able to kill my thing. So So I do decide to let it go down here as he decides to hook the fake out just to ensure, because I guess on his part he doesn't know. And this is where I said that it might matter. I think a Stone Edge might have done 31 damage to me or more. So had he done that, it would have been unfortunate. Here I decided to click Mach Punch because I hadn't revealed it the entire game, and so I thought he'd baton pass out. And you know, he'd be fine. And I thought I would have gotten him there. I don't think it would have killed, but it would have done a lot. But he actually just hard swapped out, so I guess he predicted the Mach Punch that turn. I'm really not sure. That kind of sucked because he just went straight to Magirna, and had I just close combated, the Magirna would have dropped there. So that's unfortunate. Magirna was able to pick up the KO with the Volt Switch. He goes into Noivern. I'm gonna go out into my Lugia here, and he's just gonna reveal the switcheroo here, which definitely caught me off guard. Now I'm choice scarfed into Roost because I could live the Draco, I believe, if it was non-boosting item, and just Roost up on him. But he's gonna lock me into Roost, so of course I cannot stay in here, and he's gonna get a free U-turn off as I decided to go out into my Florges. And he's just gonna once again be able to get the U-turn off, go out into his probably Magirna. And at this point, I just kind of have to let my floor just go down. It was a little unfortunate, but I'm going to protect the court to see what he locks himself into. But at this point, I think I can go out into my Lugia, my Scarf Lugia, and just put a dent into his team. So I just click the HP ground and let my floor just go down, but I actually end up outspeeding, which is amazing. I did not think I outsped considering Hitmontop did not speed. Like, that was a very small gap in Hitmontop and Forge's speed, and so I just assumed that if it outsped the Hitmontop, it outsped my Forge's. But no, he just happened to be like somewhere between the 3 points of speed that separated the two, and so I was pretty happy about that. Here, he's gonna go out into Mega Lopunny. Of course, I protect. No reason for me not to. Stop the fake out, and he's gonna baton pass this turn out into his Rotom. I knew that I could live the hit because of the Shalon Berry, and so I just clicked the Moonblast. And at this point, Mega Lopunny just wins the game. Or not Mega Lopunny. Fortress just wins the game against his team, because the only thing that could have stopped me at this point was if he had Toxic on something, which is looking like he doesn't. This part is going to get sped up a lot here. Just this ending portion, because once again Fortress just wins the game. And at this point I wasn't really sure what to do, just because there's like maybe 15 minutes left on the timer. I didn't really want a timer stall, but like at the same time, what else was I supposed to do at this point? Like, I just won the game. He obviously does not have Toxic on this Rotom. He probably has Pain Split, Defog, Foul Play, Volt Switch, if I had to guess. Maybe Overheat over Defog. So I see no reason not to just stay in here with Florges and just kind of stall for a bit. Here I click Moonblast thinking that he would swap out. I thought the swap eventually would end up mattering. And he does end up swapping out and going out into his Noivern. And so once again, he's going to go back out into his Rotom. He's just trying to trick my Rotom down to be in Noivern range. Or not Noivern, Mega Lopunny range. And somehow he can win the game like that, even though I have Scarf Lugia in the back. But once again, at this point, I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what to do. I DM Lux about it. And at this point, he's like, yeah, I'll just keep spamming Foul Play. And I'll let you kill me. And we'll be good. And then you can just win the game from there. So that's exactly what happened here. I'm going to slowly chip it down with the Moonblast. And I am going to eventually kill the Rotom. And now you can go out into his Mega Lopunny and click the return. And he's just going to pick up the KO with the Moonblast. And that's going to be a GG to Lux once again. Luckily, I don't, like, once again, the Stone Edge miss was the only thing that might have mattered, maybe, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much it mattered. Not really too sure. But when we move up to 2-2 on this, with this week 4 win, next week we go up against Coach Mid, Pokemaster, and his Kentucky Torgats. We should go check that out. Once that comes out next Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, of course, if you are new. Anyway, this has been Shady, and I'm out.